Copperline Rattler Ranch. That's who we are. I'm Julia.
And I'm Don.
And we're a couple old people who decided that we were going to build our own home out of earth bags, a natural building process.
We thought about maybe using straw bale, but there was really no source for the straw bales that were feasible for us. So we decided to go with the earth bags. We did a lot of research and found that that would work the best for us.
We're in southern Arizona, southeastern Arizona, Cochise County. I know that there's a lot of people who have channels in Cochise County, Arizona. It's a great place to build. They have a program called the Opt-out Program or permit for building homes. They leave you kind of alone. Just a few little spot checks with the assessors so that they can tax you appropriately for what you're building. And from what I hear, maybe one brief inspection at the end to make sure that you actually met your goal of getting your structures built within the time frame that you agreed to.
And they allow us to stay in an RV for up to 3 years while we complete our build, which works out great for us. We've got everything we need here.
Yes. We sold everything that we had. Well, not everything, but most everything we had in Tucson before we moved here so that we could have the funding to move forward on what we're doing out here.
We did this development in several phases. The first phase was to fence out the cattle because we're in the middle of a cattle ranch here, and Arizona law kind of dictates that you have to fence them out because they're allowed to free range. So that was our first major development.
Yes.
And then getting a well, that was our second major attempt to develop our place. And the third phase is the solar power. We did some research and it would have cost us as much to have power brought out here because the nearest power pole is several miles away. So doing the off-grid solar was the best choice there. No monthly bill. It's already paid for, and hopefully it'll pay for itself in about 7 years.
Yeah, I think so. For what we were paying up in Tucson, easy. And then we put our septic in 2019 because Cochise County requires a septic system of some sort. So we went ahead and went the full-blown septic system put in by a company that does those. We did a small system because it's just us right now. It may get expanded at a later date. We're not sure. It just depends on how things happen out here.
So we're kind of starting this channel in the middle of our build. So we've got a lot of building to do, and we're going to share that in a live action video with you guys. We'll try to post a video once a week if we can. So stay tuned and watch our build.
Yep. So we have several other structures. We're, like he said, we're in the middle of our house build. What we're going to do next is the indoor-outdoor kitchen. We don't have a kitchen in our home that we're building. It's Arizona, so even in the winter, a full kitchen in a house can make the house hot. I don't really like that, so we're going to have the kitchen outside. We have the outside kitchen that we've already built, and then we have a separate building that will be the indoor-outdoor kitchen. It's the indoor kitchen, but it's outdoors from the house. We're also going to put in a root cellar, a cooling system that is about 8 feet down in the earth. We'll take you along for that. And then we're also going to do a couple of bedrooms with a shared bathroom that will be separate from the house.
And also we have a lot of outbuildings that have their own solar powered lighting systems on them. And then we have a tent that we're using for storage that has a single 12-volt battery with a small solar panel charging it. And our outdoor kitchen has two 12-volt batteries and I think 6 solar panels on the roof. And then our 40-foot shipping container has 4 solar panels on it and 2 batteries and an inverter for that one. But we're going to go into more detail in a future video on our solar setups.
So we'll try to do each system that we have: solar, our water, well, then why we decided to go with a well instead of a water harvesting or rainwater harvesting, and then our septic system and the other systems that we're putting in place. We're also planning on hopefully putting in a greenhouse. We do have the start of raised bed garden that's doing fair. I'm not particularly a green thumb person, but we'll kind of maybe take a peek at those every now and again and see how things are growing or not growing in that. And see if we can possibly survive out here and reduce our grocery bill costs by growing products ourselves.
We have to say right up front that we're not experts at any of this stuff. Most of the information we get is from the internet and like YouTube videos, things like that. So as far as internet out here, we don't have any. We use our hotspots from our mobile phones to connect to our laptop, and that's how we operate our internet that way.
Yes, so we're kind of limited. For those of you who are hardcore off-gridders, having a cell phone is not supposed to be one of the things you have. Having internet service is not supposed to be one of the things you have. So our off-grid idea is we're not paying a power bill, we're not paying a water bill. We're away from the city and enjoying life as we see fit out here, in a way that will help us through our retirement.
And also for our cooking and heating, we're planning on getting a 250-gallon propane tank to take care of our needs for that.
Yes. So we'll be kind of minimal on things, and some things may not seem quite off-grid, but there's off-grid as we're willing to go. We're not young spring chickens. We're older people. We are retired. We're in our early 60s, and we're doing this pretty much ourselves because the pandemic has prevented us from inviting friends out to help. We have friends who wanted to come out and help, but until things calm down, we'll just keep plugging away. So stay tuned. You have to like, subscribe, and share our videos. So remember to do that. Anything else?
That's all I've got.
That's all you've got? Okay. Thank you. That's lovely.